There is a level inside a parking garage downtown that security avoids after midnight. Not because the lights are broken, not because the cameras don't work, not because anything obvious looks wrong. They avoid it because every few weeks, another car is found still running there, driver's door open, headlights on, keys still in the ignition, and no sign of the woman who parked it. Level 4 has never officially been closed. It's still open, still marked, still accessible from the elevator, but after what security found the third time it happened, they stopped sending anyone down there alone. The first vehicle wasn't treated as suspicious. It happens sometimes. Someone forgets to turn off their engine. Someone leaves a door open. Someone runs upstairs for something and never comes back. And security found the car at 2:13 a.m. during a routine patrol. Silver sedan, driver's door open, interior lights still on, engine still running, no one inside, no one nearby, no signs of struggle, no broken glass, no dropped belongings, just an empty car waiting with its engine still breathing in the quiet concrete dark. They shut it off, filed a report, and called the owner. Her name was Natalie Price, 28. She answered the phone immediately and insisted she had never parked on level 4. Security reviewed the footage. They expected to see someone else driving her car, expected theft, expected confusion. Instead, they saw Natalie enter the garage at 10:41 p.m. They saw her car descend to level 4. They saw her park. They saw her open the door, step out, look behind her, then freeze, completely still, for almost 12 seconds. Then, she stepped back into her car, closed the door, sat inside, did nothing, did not leave, did not move, did not drive away, just sat there until the camera briefly glitched. When the image returned, the driver's door was open again, and Natalie was gone. When police contacted her again, Natalie sounded confused. She insisted she parked on level 2, insisted she went upstairs immediately, insisted she never stopped anywhere else. She agreed to review the footage, watched herself park, watched herself freeze, watched herself sit inside the vehicle, watched herself disappear, and then she said something security later wrote down word for word. "I thought someone was already sitting behind me." 3 weeks later, it happened again. This time security discovered the vehicle earlier, 1:07 a.m. red SUV, driver's door open, engine still running, headlights pointing directly at a concrete support column. The column had something unusual on it, long streaks, vertical, like something had been dragged upward along the surface. Security turned off the vehicle, contacted the owner. Her name was Danielle Brooks, 36. She lived in the building above the garage. She insisted she parked on level 3, not level 4, never level 4. When she reviewed the footage, she began shaking, because the video showed her doing something she didn't remember. Before leaving the vehicle, she turned around and spoke to someone inside the back seat. Security zoomed in on the footage. Danielle clearly turned her head, clearly spoke, clearly waited for an answer, but the back seat was empty. Her lips moved again, slowly, carefully, like she was listening to someone whispering directly behind her. Then, she opened the door, stepped out, walked forward 2 steps, stopped beside the concrete support column, and leaned close to it, as if someone inside the wall had called her closer. Then the camera glitched again. When the image returned, she was gone. After the second disappearance, security increased patrols on level 4. They installed additional cameras, replaced lighting fixtures, checked blind spots. Everything looked normal, until one guard reported something unusual during a late inspection. He said the level sounded different, not louder, not quieter, just wrong, like footsteps echoed too slowly, like engine sounds lingered too long after shutting off, like something else was moving between the concrete pillars when no one was there. Yet he requested backup after that. No guard returned alone again. The third vehicle was discovered at 12:52 a.m., black hatchback, driver's door open, passenger door open, engine still running, radio playing softly. The driver's purse was still inside the front seat. Security recognized the owner immediately. Her name was Leah Torres. She lived in the same building, worked night shifts, returned home late almost every evening. Security cameras showed her entering the garage at 12:31 a.m., descending slowly, parking on level 4, opening her door, then stopping, exactly like Natalie had done, exactly like Danielle had done, frozen, listening, waiting. Then, she looked directly at the rearview mirror and whispered something. When investigators enhanced the footage, they noticed something inside the mirror reflection. Something not visible anywhere else in the frame. A shape, tall, standing behind the vehicle, between the concrete columns, watching her. Leah never turned around to face it. Instead, she stepped out of the car slowly, like someone had asked her to follow them. She walked forward, past the column, out of frame, and never returned. After the third disappearance, management temporarily closed the level. Security performed a full inspection. They expected to find evidence, a broken stairwell door, a hidden access corridor, something. Instead, they found tire marks, 3 sets, all leading toward the same support column, the same one Danielle had leaned against, the same one Leah walked past, the same one Natalie had parked beside, and on the concrete surface, there were fingerprints, hundreds of them, layered, overlapping, stacked vertically, yet as if multiple people had pressed their hands against the wall, trying to climb it. Behind that column, maintenance discovered something unusual, a sealed access panel, no documentation, no blueprint listing, no maintenance record, just a steel service door embedded in concrete. The handle was on the inside, not the outside, like it had been designed for something to exit, not enter. When they forced the panel open, there was no staircase, no hallway, no storage space, just a narrow vertical shaft, descending into darkness below the foundation. Too narrow for a vehicle, too narrow for equipment, but just wide enough for a person. Weeks later, security discovered something else. Leah's phone, still inside the garage, still recording audio, still running. The file contained 17 minutes of silence. Then, her voice, quiet, confused. "I parked wrong." Pause. "I parked where she told me to." Pause. "I think she's still here." Then another voice answered. Same tone, same breath, same words. "I'm still here." Level 4 reopened 2 months later. No announcement, no explanation, no investigation results released publicly. Tenants still park there, still use the elevators, still return home late after work. But security keeps one rule now. After midnight, no female resident is allowed to park alone on that level, because sometimes, very late when a single car enters level 4, the headlights slow, the engine stays running, the driver's door opens, and the cameras record something standing between the concrete pillars, waiting beside the column, before the woman even steps out of her vehicle. Most people believe danger in parking garages looks obvious. Footsteps behind you, someone watching from the shadows, someone waiting between parked cars. But what security learned about level 4 was worse than that, because none of the women who disappeared there were followed, none were forced, none ran. Every one of them parked calmly, opened their doors slowly, and walked forward like someone familiar had called their name. So if you ever return home late, and your parking garage has a level that feels quieter than the others, a level where the lights hum too softly, a level where the concrete pillars seem closer together than before, don't park there. Because the women who do always leave their engines running, and something underneath the building is still listening for the next one.
If you thought that story was disturbing, wait until you hear what happened in this next one. Click the video on your screen now, and make sure you subscribe, because the next story might be even worse.